the problem is with these hotels, like it's same with airline industry. Why does every airline website suck when you try book a flight?
Yeah.
It's like very strange. Like, why does it have to suck? Obviously, there's competition here. Why doesn't the best website win?
What's the explanation for that?
Man, I thought about this for years, so I think it's like I have to book the flight anyway. Like I know there's a route that they take, and I need to book, for example, Qatar Airlines, and I need to get through this process. So the and with a hotel similar, you need a hotel anyway. So do you have time to like figure out the best one? Not really. You kind of just need to get the place booked, and you need to get the flight, and you'll go through the pain of this process. And that's why this process always sucks so much with hotels and airline websites and stuff, because they don't have an incentive to improve it. Because generally, only for like a super upper segment of the market, I think, like super high luxury, it affects the actual booking, right?
I don't know. I think that's a good, interesting theory. I think there must be a different theory. My theory would be that great engineers, like great software engineers, are not allowed to make changes.
Yeah.
Basically, like there's some kind of bureaucracy. There's way too many managers. There's a lot of bureaucracy. And great engineers show up, they try to work there, and they're not allowed to really make any contributions, and then they leave. And so you have a lot of mediocre software engineers. They're not really interested in improving any other thing. And like literally, they would like to improve the stuff, but the bureaucracy of the place, plus all the bosses, all the high up people are not technical people. Probably, they don't know much about web dev. They don't know much about programming, so they just don't give any respect. Like. You have to give the freedom and the respect to great engineers as they try to do great things. That feels like an explanation. Like if you were a great programmer, would you want to work at American Airlines or?
No.
I'm torn on that because I actually, as somebody who loves programming, would love to work at American Airlines so I can make the thing better.
Yeah, but I would work there just to fix it for myself,
Yeah, for yourself. And then you just know how much suffering you alleviated.
Yeah,
how much
for the
frustration.
world, for society.
You imagine all the thousands, maybe millions of people that go to that website and have to click like 1,000,000 times. It often doesn't work. It's clunky, all that kind of stuff. You're making their life just so much better. Yeah. But there must be an explanation that has to do with managers and bureaucracies. Like
I think it's money. Do you know Booking.com?
Sure.
So it's the biggest booking website in the world. It's Dutch actually. And they have teams, because my friend worked there. They have teams for a specific part of the website, like a 10 by 10 pixels area, where they run tests on this. So they run tests and they're famous for this stuff like, oh, there's only one room left, right? With this red letters, like one room left, book now. And they got a fine from the European Union about this. Kind of interesting. So they have all these teams and they run the test for 24 hours. They go to sleep, they wake up next day, they come to the office and they see, okay, this performed better. This website has become a monster, but it's the most revenue generating hotel booking website in the world. It's number one. So that shows that it's not about like user experience. It's about like, I don't know, about making more money. And not every company, but if they're optimizing, it's a public company. If they're optimizing for money,
but you can optimize for money by disrupting, like making it way better.
Yeah, but it's always startups. They start with disrupting. Like Booking also started as a startup in 1997, and then they become like the old shit again. Like Uber now starts to become like a taxi again, right? It was very good in the beginning. Now it's kind of like taxis now in many places are better. They're nicer than Ubers, right? So it's like this circle.
I think some of it is also just it's hard to have ultra competent engineers.
Yeah,
like Stripe seems like a trivial thing, but it's hard to pull off. Like, why was it so hard for Amazon to have buy with one click? Which I think is a genius idea.
Yeah,
make buying easier. Like, make it as frictionless as possible. Just click a button once and you bought the thing.
Yeah.
As opposed to most of the web was a lot of clicking and it often doesn't work. Like with the airlines.
Remember the forms would delete? You could click next, submit, and it would 404 or something, where your internet would go down, your modem. Yeah, man.
And I would have an existential crisis. Like the frustration would take over my whole body. And I would just wanted to quit life for a brief moment there. Yeah.
I'm so happy the form stays in Google Chrome now when something goes wrong. But that's so Google, somebody at Google improved society with that, right?
Yeah. And one of the challenges of Google is to have the freedom to do that.
They don't anymore.
There's a bunch of bureaucracy.
Yeah, at Google.
There's so many brilliant people there, but it just moves slowly.
Yeah.
I wonder why that is. Maybe that's the natural way of a company, but You have people like Elon who rolls in and just fires most of the folks and always push the company to operate as a startup even when it's already big.
Yeah, but I mean, Apple does this. I studied in business school. Apple does competing product teams that operate as startups. So it's 3 to 5 people. They make something. They have multiple teams to make the same thing. The best team wins. So I think you need to emulate like a free market inside a company to make it entrepreneurial, you know?
Yeah.
And you need entrepreneurial mentality in a company to come up with new ideas and do it better.